Has Eli Tomac mailed it in, considering retirement, and does KTM want its money back? Hey everybody, Walty Wanderers, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. Welcome to the show. I hope everybody's doing great. So let's jump back on the Moto merry-go-round and examine the good, the bad, and maybe a little bit of the ugly.
No, Walt, you only examine rainbows and sunshine and SMX.
No. Somebody's got to read between the lines and look between the ruts, and we got some ruts to look through today. This should be a good one. Who's ready for some good old-fashioned industry and moto whistleblowing? I know you guys are. You wouldn't be tuned in today. If you're new, get subscribed. We'd love to have you. It's a lot of fun. Jump over to the community page. We're going to head here in a moment because we did some polling where the roost tends to fly. So get your open face and some tear-offs. It's going to be a good one today. I'm excited to have you guys on board. Now, let's just cut to the chase. Not Chase Sexton. This one is beast mode. Eli Tomac's gone missing. He's MIA, and something's up. JT on the broadcast was saying he thinks something's wrong with Eli. He might have an injury. No. Eli, in fact, appears to be mailing it in. And it's really no shock. I mean, listen, friends, here's the thing. Insanity, right? This is insanity. So he's up there in age. He's playing musical chairs with teams. He didn't get to stay on the Star Racing Yamaha. He's forced to go ride this KTM that Chase couldn't, well, not that Chase couldn't make it work, but he certainly wasn't happy there. We know KTM in and of itself is in financial trouble. It's not rainbows and sunshine over there. The friction, let me just tell you, when you have a failing or a business that's under financial strain, you feel it all the way down to the ground floor. And that's the team, man. The team is feeling it. It is not rainbows and sunshine. Now, luckily for them, I mean, Vial, although as of late, separate video, he's been kind of having his share of problems. I mean, here's the thing. It's getting too gnarly out there for these guys to keep up with this schedule. The schedule is too gnarly. It was too gnarly prior to playoffs, and we all know the only reason playoffs came around is because they felt threatened by World Supercross. World Supercross looked like they came out and there was something there, and because of the COVID climate, everybody was like, well, maybe this could actually work, and it still could. We're having more World Supercrosses, and a lot of these riders are going to go where the money's at, and they don't have to expose themselves to the injuries that they are here stateside. This is just a lot of racing. Now, a lot of you guys might argue, well, there's a lot of other riders that are able to keep up with the schedule, and the reality is a lot of these other riders that are able to are actually younger and they're fresher. So, and even them, I mean, look at Jet Lawrence. I mean, Jet Lawrence is the most efficient rider on the track, and he was out and got himself a little break courtesy of an injury himself. So it's going to be really hard to see this thing. If there's a loophole, they're going to find a way to get out of it. We see Cooper Webb's dropping out. We see Ando dropping out. We see AP's now dropped out. I mean, they're dropping like flies. So stay tuned. We're going to examine that a little bit in a future video, hopefully this week as well. But what I'm seeing out of Eli Tomac is not an injury. The dude is tired. And he's not really stoked. And he's probably second guessing his decision to even stay racing. He was going to retire. He's got right off into the sunset money. He's also got wife and kids. And when you have wife and kids, it changes your riding style. Look at Austin Forkner. Now, not to say if he hadn't had his new kid and his new smoking hot wife, that he wouldn't be putting in better finishes. Now he's starting to put in a little better finishes now. He cracked the top 10. He was like the second best placing Triumph rider, I believe, at Millville. So good on you, Austin Forkner. That is great, man. And I want to see you juice the industry and these teams for as much money as you can before you're forced to go satellite team racing if that's something you want to do. And hopefully you've got right off into the sunset money or some kind of exit plan where you don't have to. Because the reality is this, it's getting dangerous. Riders are dying, riders are getting paralyzed, and it's all because of the pressure and the schedule. So if you take KTM under financial strain and they just bucked up to get Eli Tomac over there. And you're losing Aaron Plessinger. And Aaron Plessinger is kind of a slight dude, right? And he's been racing, his face off. And so it's no surprise that he's finally he's taxed. And it's really hard. I tell you from personal experience, because I just went through something similar. When you have adrenal fatigue, you don't bounce back from that like Epstein-Barr, and it's no fun, man. It's just a taxing. So I can't even imagine just operating as a normal dude day to day, dealing with fatigue. Do you do that as a high pressure athlete? And this isn't ball sports. Like, this is gnarly gladiator games, blood sport, right? We know that. It's gladiator games, blood sport, alternative sports. I don't care how you sugarcoat it. I don't care if you call it playoffs. I don't care if you call officials referees. I don't care who you bring to the races as guests to cross-market this thing. I don't care if you put it on Telemundo. It doesn't change the dynamic. This is more pressure than ball sports, which is primarily just physical. This moto is way more mental, because you're risking, this is Evel Knievel stuff. You're going out there risking your life every time that gate drops. In fact, we just touched on that. People are losing their lives and getting paralyzed. And it's getting gnarly. The bikes are getting gnarlier. The programs are getting gnarlier. The data is getting gnarlier. It's not like it was back in the day when we kept it old school, hardcore, punk rock, chicks, and music. That's what this sport was built on. And when you have halftime shows marketing electric mini bikes instead of entertaining the crowds and the fans, it's just getting a little bit obvious now. So we asked it on the Wealthy Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel. Is Eli hurt, or is he just mailing it in this summer? Let's jump over, take a look at some of that polling, and even take a lap around some of your comments. Then we'll meet back here and wrap it up. Let's get started.
All right, race fans, buckle up, strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, throw on an open face, and a fresh pair of tear-offs. When asked on the Wealthy Wanderers community page of the YouTube channel, is Tomac mailing it in this summer? 76% of you said, yup, beast mode is going bust mode, while 24% of you said, no, he's doing just fine. It's beast mode. He'll be back. Well, only time will tell. Let's go ahead and take a lap around some of your comments. First up to the starting gate, Sean, 625, rocking his open face, says, ET3 is almost 33 years old with a wife and 3 kids. Just the thought of having 3 kids is enough to wear me out. Boom, and there it is there. Beast mode, married with children. Is that it? Quite possibly. Let's see who's up next. Malaked Ward's 2180 comes in with the whole 450 class, besides Hunter, looks mentally tapped out because of Jet. The Wonder Boy, the Chosen One, the Moto Messiah, the Martian, the Alien. Yup, bro, I gotta agree with you a little bit on this one. Not bad. Thanks for the comment. Let's see who's up next. Amor 2165 comes in with, he wasn't mailing it in until he realized he couldn't beat Jet without risking life. And Lim didn't want to push it too much, did he? Beast mode might have just resigned to the fact that Jet's too much to handle. Good comment. Let's see who's up next. Backyard Bachard comes flying in and throws a block pass with, he's staying in good condition until SMX. Then hopefully he busts out with beast mode and puts Jet in check. Quite possibly. Let's hope so. Nothing would make me happier. Thanks, my brother. Let's see who's up next. Too Fast JM 972 launches the finish line, lights the candles, gets the Bubba neck burn, and comes in with, Walty, if you can't haul the mail, you might as well pack it in. And there it is there. It appears beast mode as of late has packed it in. Will he be back? Let's all hope so. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling and got into the comments. Make sure you guys jump in and read the rest, but bring your tear-offs because the roost tends to fly. Now let's jump back to the studio and wrap this one up.
All right, friends, welcome back. And there you go. Thanks to everybody who participated in the polling and the comments. Get in there, read the rest. There's some barn burners. Bring a tear-off because the roast tends to fly. 75% of you said he's mailing it in, right? He is mailing it in. And that's what I see right now. And there's a good chance there is a good chance I mean, let's really look at now Eli Tomac as a person, as a human being, and put yourself in his shoes. Do you want to come into your career like we've seen so many try to do? Because this is usually the kiss of death, right? And I'm not talking Mad Mike Jones kiss of death freestyle move. This is the kiss of death to your career. When you change brands late in your career and you're now showing that you are not at you don't have your A game. And clearly Eli doesn't have his A game. I personally, Eli, if you're listening, brother, beast mode, listen up, dog. You need to go Supercross only, dude. Supercross only. And even then we've seen you have some pretty bad races, whether it's arm pump or something's going on, but you're still an ambassador, a veteran, and a champion of this sport. The industry only benefits from you being out there, but I know for you don't want to go out there and ride around as a potential top 10 guy at risk of becoming a lapper to end your career, unless it's a pure strategic money grab. And final thoughts. I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a moto guy that wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters you're swimming in now, they're shark infested. Eli Tomac, welcome to the swimming pool. KTM, you might be going along for the ride. You've already inked the deal, it appears, with Eli Tomac. So you're going to be coughing up some money whether he races or not, unless there's something in that contract that says otherwise. If I'm Eli's agent, I'm making sure there's guaranteed money there. These riders now are strategically planning exit strategies to abbreviate their season. We're seeing Chase Sexton do that exact same thing. He's coming back now and riding half strength basically just to put it into the playoffs to get paid. We see the playoffs really for what they are. They want to keep these riders stateside and not go after these money races, but the riders have to do what they have to do to basically protect themselves from themselves. That's why I'll be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you, give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. God bless, and I'll see you on the next video.